On my way back to the hotel, so many thoughts were running through my mind, I hardly paid any attention to the sailing on the waves of night. It didn't take long for the foggy silhouette of the harbor to emerge from the darkness.
Hey, you!
Who is it?
Good evening. Hopefully we haven't been too rough on you. I actually despise violence, but my son appears to take great pleasure in it.
Who are you? And what do you want from me?
Certainly you remember my son.
What? That is your son?
Unfortunately, I overestimated his abilities when I sent him into the mine after you. Father! Quiet! You see, I actually respect my adversaries.
Too bad I can't say the same thing.
I understand. But now, listen very carefully. You don't have the faintest idea what you're dealing with.
Oh, I've heard that one before.
I have devoted my whole life to Project Nibiru, and now that I'm so close to finishing it, nobody can stop me. Nobody!
Project Nibiru? What do you know about it anyway?
Everything! It was me who started it, and it's going to be me who gets it through the final phase.
That's gotta be nonsense. What the heck are you talking about? I mean, don't get offended, but at this point, that project is over 70 years old. You see, I've got proof. I found a journal down there, but I've got it right here.
Not anymore. I took my precious notes back.
Hold on, are you trying to tell me that it was you who wrote that journal? I'm not stupid. I can count. You would have to be at least 90, maybe even 100 years old?
Exactly 102. I say math is your strong subject. The project was supposed to serve as a new weapon for the Reich's war machinery. But those fools didn't believe me. That's why I built that underground shelter and continued the research alone. I am the scientist you read about in the journal, young man.
I don't believe you.
You want proof? You saw in my old labs the remains of a machine that I acquired in Mexico many years ago, right?
Well, yes.
That technology is an actual miracle. It can keep an arbitrary cell alive almost indefinitely.
No, that's just impossible. How could you...
Know all this? If I were lying? You can keep thinking about it when we leave. Now that you have even managed to open my safe, I used my original notes from the journal to finish my work. In other circumstances, I would actually thank you. Pity we have to part now. Farewell.
I've been waiting for you to wake up before I leave. We have some unfinished business, remember?
Well, I did what I had to do. I didn't have a choice.
True enough. Too bad you almost got me killed. Anyway, that doesn't matter now. The situation has turned around quite a bit, don't you think? My father is very old and rather sentimental. He preferred you to stay alive. But now, he isn't here, and I have different plans. You understand? And I won't let you stand in our way again!
It doesn't seem I have much choice now either.
Smart. Can you see that gas bottle over there, on the table? When I'm finished with you, its effects will get to you, as well as all the details in that head of yours. Quite a virtuous idea, don't you think?
I can certainly see it makes you delighted. Is it your first, then?
You'd better keep your mouth shut. But Since I've had no remorse before my father, I'll give you one more chance.
What? Am I supposed to kill myself before it tears me apart?
Oh, come on. Try again with a little fantasy, my friend. You've still got one hand free. What a pity I must leave now. This is certainly going to be a great show. So, have a nice day.
Wait a minute!
Farewell.
Time is on my side for a while now. I'll try to unlock the cuffs. That was close. I barely escaped. But it isn't my life that's in danger now. I must warn the professor before they get to him. The presence of the police does not suggest anything nice. Hopefully I'm not too late.
Monsieur, may I ask what is the purpose of your visit here?
Yes, I've come to see a friend.
Monsieur François de Wilde?
Yes.
I regret to tell you I have some very bad news. Monsieur Wilde is dead. I am sorry.
Dead? But why? Why did they have to kill him? It's my fault. I came too late. All right, I'll have to get over it and find out what happened. Okay, tell me, how did it happen?
I don't know the details. According to the detective, it was a suicide.
Nonsense, he would never do that.
Why have you come to see Monsieur Wilde anyway?
I'd rather tell the detective that myself.
Well, I'm not supposed to let anybody pass this gate. But your statement might be of interest to the detective. You said Wilde was your friend, right?
Yes, he is my friend. Was.
All right then. I'll let you in. Go directly to the front of the house and tell the detective who you are.
Who let you in here? You don't happen to be a naval journalist, do you?
No, I don't. The professor was my friend. That's why the guard let me come in. In fact, he was more than that. He was my uncle.
Oh, I see.
We had a lot in common. He was a great man.
I understand. I am very sorry for what happened, monsieur. Could you answer a few questions for me now?
Sure.
Good. Tell me, when have you last spoken to him?
Just yesterday.
Really? When?
I don't know the exact time, but it was already after 10 o'clock when I arrived.
What did you talk about? Did he seem normal, so to speak?
Yes, he was all right. We were discussing...
Yes? Go ahead, monsieur. It could be important.
Well, we were planning a journey to Mexico.
A joint journey to Mexico, you say? That really is interesting.
No, I was supposed to fly by myself, because of his age.
Un moment, I'm losing track of continuity here. What was the purpose of that journey?
The professor spent years working on research collecting certain data on the Mayan culture. It's a long story. Do you want to hear it?
That won't be necessary. I don't think it could be related to the case. Do you have any idea why he would be willing to commit suicide?
Suicide? Nonsense. He would never do that. With the work of his life almost finished, he was so close. I knew him very well. It must have been murder.
The suicide note is very explicit, monsieur. Have a look for yourself.
But this isn't the professor's handwriting, Detective.
It was found with the body, directly on the table, monsieur.
I'd recognize his handwriting even in complete darkness, and I'm telling you, this is not it.
Do you have any kind of support for what you are saying?
Were I allowed to have a look around the mansion, I might be able to help you.
Perhaps, monsieur, but there isn't much to investigate. The case is quite clear. A close-range shot in the temple and a suicide note. I'm sorry.
If I prove that the letter isn't authentic, will you change your opinion?
Mais oui, that would be a completely different story then.
Good. Let me think for a while. The letter I'm supposed to give to my uncle's friend in Tekalut. Here, Detective, have a look. Well, compare the letter that you have found and this one that the professor wrote himself. He gave it to me yesterday evening. It's supposed to be a message for somebody in Mexico.
Intéressant. You're right. This is obvious even to my own eyes. The writing is entirely different. Great work, really. So it's not common procedure. In light of the evidence you have provided, I'll let you have a look around the mansion. You can stay there until I call in the expert, but make sure you leave the whole place as it is, understood?
You can rely on me, Detective.
But of course I'll have to keep the letter. It's important evidence.
Is it completely necessary?
Absolument. I must insist.
I didn't manage to warn Professor in time, but certainly he wouldn't want me to stop now. I'll finish his work, and then his murderer is going to pay. A terrible sight. There's a small opening in the bottom, maybe a lock. There's a small opening. The sand hasn't run out yet. It looks like it was often moved. The sand hasn't. Photographs from expeditions to South America, which Uncle loved so much.
I see you aren't there, Francois, so I'll leave you a message. The books you've ordered have arrived and are here on my table. Should I bring them in myself, or are you going to send for them? I'd prefer the first option so that we can resume our chess game for a bit. I deserve a rematch. So how about this evening? In any case, call me, and we'll arrange something.
Professor Francois de Wilde? Answer the phone, please, if you're home. I'm calling in's an urgent matter. Professor?
This voice seems familiar, but it doesn't sound like any of the professor's friends or colleagues. This must be the safe where Uncle hid both the statues. I have to open it somehow. That's impossible. The statues are gone. I have to get them back before those bastards disappear with them for good. There's a little brass key inside the hourglass. What lock could it possibly fit? Francois left some notes on the Mayan numerical system here. The vigesimal system starts from the bottom with ones and continues up through 20s to 400s. A very clever numeric system for its time. We were sitting here just yesterday evening.
Have you noticed anything that could help us?
No, nothing really, I'm afraid. Wait a minute. There is one little detail. There's a message on the answering machine in a voice that I don't know. I mean, it's none of the professor's friends I know. Maybe somebody was checking out if he was at home.
Oh, that's a good one. Sounds logical. I'll verify it.
But I have to apologize. I broke an old hourglass by accident.
You should have been more careful. But okay, at least you've told me. Will that be all, Monsieur?
Martin Holland. Yes, there's nothing else I've noticed.
All right then. It was my pleasure working with you, Monsieur Holland.
Mine too, Detective, but I have to go now.
I may need to talk to you again. Is there a way to contact you?
Well, I'm staying in the Hotel Saffron at the moment. It's on the opposite coast, not far from the harbor.
Goodbye. Au revoir. Et merci beaucoup, Monsieur Holland.
Goodbye, Detective.
Have you spoken with the detective?
Yes, I think I've shed some light into that disgusting murder.
No suicide, then. Having let you in was a good thing after all. At least I won't have to explain anything to my superiors. May I know what you have concluded?
Why don't you ask the detective? I mean, I don't want to talk about it again. You understand.
Oh, pardon moi. I see, of course.
I have to go now. Goodbye.
Au revoir.
Room 32, oui, monsieur?
Yes, 32. We would like to leave as soon as possible.
Of course, sir. It's only going to take a minute.
That's him. All this time they've been in the same hotel. I should have suspected. They must have been following me. I'd better bail before he notices me. They knew all about my moves, and it cost Uncle de Wilde his life. At least I know where both statues are. I mustn't lose any more time.
What are you looking for around here, young man? Popped in for a bit of a chat with old Iris?
No, not really. I'm staying in this hotel here and just killing time.
Ah, fiddlesticks. Why would you creep around garbage, eh?
That's none of your business.
Yeah, right. You're not being exactly respectful to an old lady, young man.
Well, I didn't even want to talk to you.
As you wish.
It's too high. I can't reach it.
Hands off, young man. This stick's been around, so you better make sure you don't mess with it.
Easy, easy.
Hands off, I said. What's that? You come to apologize, eh? A lady you've got to treat like a flower. Never heard of that.
I just wanted...
Hoity-toity. What do you want from me?
I need to borrow your walking stick.
What? Is my hearing okay? Oh, this young man needs something from me all of a sudden, eh? Well, try again. How do you speak to a lady?
I must be hallucinating.
Wrong again.
Oh my. All right. Madam Iris?
Good, and?
Would you be so kind as to lend me that stick of yours?
Now that's much better. Old Iris will teach you some manners.
So, will you lend it to me?
No, I won't. Nothing's for free.
Well, I just apologized.
What? That was supposed to be an apology? But okay, at least you're trying. I'll lend it to you, but you'll have to do me a favor in return. I'm hungry.
You want money?
Do I look like a beggar or what? Grab something yourself, but my legs aren't what they used to be. Get me a hot dog from that old bold-faced Craig. He's got a store right around this corner here.
Deal. But you'd better keep your word.
What do you think of me? Of course I will. Well, get going. I'm getting so hungry right now, I could eat a horse.
All right. Greetings.
What will it be, sir?
Give me a hot dog.
It won't take a minute. In fact, even half a minute. In fact, you'll have it right away.
Well, I'm not in a hurry.
With the mustard, right?
Can be.
Un moment, coming up.
Here you go. 3 francs. Here's that hot dog you wanted.
Gimme. Yuck! It's outright filth, this is.
What?
I hate that yellow gooey sewage. Bring me another one, but without the mustard. I'll only take ketchup. Just ketchup. Got it?
Well, what can I do? Now, this is a lady I could kill for.
I see you enjoyed your hot dog. Want another one?
Yes, but I'd like ketchup instead of mustard.
Why, ketchup? In these parts, that is a waste of a hot dog, I tell you.
Well, that's what I've got an appetite for.
Well, I don't make hot dogs with ketchup, I'm sorry.
Is it a problem to just replace mustard with ketchup? What's the big deal?
It's not, but like I said, I don't make them. I mean, I have no ketchup here.
Okay, give me a bare one.
Without anything?
Yes, without anything.
All right, I will, but don't complain about hot dogs of old Crazen, okay?
Okay.
Here it is, one nudist hot dog. 3 francs. Have a nice day.
Thanks. Hopefully the lobby will be safe already. I need to take a look.
Now that's much better. You're being a nice lad.
Yeah, well, looks like it. It cost me some change and a bucket full of nerves.
Well, I can get a bit cross when I'm hungry. But that's going to be better now.
So, can I take the stick at last?
Hold on a minute. What do you mean, take? That was not the deal. Just lend. Leave it somewhere around here when you're done.
Sure, just lend, no problem.
Enjoy.
I need to slip into the hotel's hall unnoticed. With a bit of luck, I won't run into either one of those two. I'll leave him to his work. It's full of clear water. I'll leave him to his work. He's fixing a light. I'll leave him to... I don't know where the door leads, but it's locked. Would you have a minute?
Of course! How can I help you?
What's behind the door at the end of the hall?
Over there at the back? Well, just a service closet. Tools, cleaners, clean towels. If you need anything, ask at the reception desk.
No, that's all right. I was just curious about the door.
Is that all, monsieur? I need to finish this work.
I won't be stalling you, thanks. Pardon me, I'd like to ask you a favor.
Sure, sir.
The electricity seems to be out in my room. Could you have a look at it?
Really? Strange. Before I began with the light here, I checked all the rooms in this hall.
I tried the chandelier as well as the outlets. They're all dead.
Cavaleur, let's see. Most likely it's just a fuse. I'll fix it up right away.
Thanks, I'll wait outside. The same sensor as those in the hall. My hands are clean. There's only more cleaners inside it. I waited until the hotel got deserted and discreetly slipped back into the hall. There's no time to waste. They're likely to find out very soon that the alarm was false. Room 32. This is where they're staying. The keys to all the rooms in the hotel. The keys to room 32. Great. Time to pay them a little visit before they return. The bed is empty and well made. I'll have a look under the bed. Looks like they left something behind in their haste. A numeric code, goddammit. What could the combination possibly be? Excellent. My luck has changed again. I won't let anybody take these away from me. Now I have to get lost, quickly. I don't want to bump into those guys with this in my hands. I